Hello there guys, Publicaun here, back on a video, and today I'm going to do what if Deku can use Ultra Instinct Part 4. Hope you enjoy it. So after Deku won the tournament, they spent the rest of the vacation resting, until it was interrupted by the Sludge villain, and Deku got rid of him for good by using a technique that he copied from his friend, the Nova Flash. But during the fight he got badly hurt, and on top of that, he passed out because of his Ultra Instinct. And I think that is a summary. Let's begin. So after the fight, the teachers carried Deku to a hotel. In their way, they called for help. So when they arrive at the hotel, there are already a paramedic there. They give him a conscious Deku, and he starts healing him as much as he can. He tells them that injuries are severe, and the wounds are quite deep. Then they explain what happened. The paramedic tells them, I will try to heal him as much as I can. They thank him for his help. So let's go to Deku. Deku wake up, but for his shock, he is not at the forest, neither the hotel. He is in his room, in his house. Deku starts thinking to himself, that was all a dream? But he have this feeling that something is not right. He go to the living room and see his mom. He tell her, yo mom, is something feel odd in the house or it's me? His mom gets up. She tell him, I'm glad you're awake. But what seems is wrong? I just copied this bit from your memory. Deku tell her, from my memory? Deku gets serious and tell her where I am and who are you. His mom tell him just to relax. This is the way you treat your power that saved you all this time? Deku tell her, my power that saved me all the time? It can't be Ultra Instinct? His mom tell him, yeah, I am. It is a nice name that you give it to me. Deku sit down on the couch and tell her, let's slow down for a second. First thing first, where I am. Ultra Instinct sit down and tell him, we are in your mind right now. After the fight with that Sludge villain, your body was in quite a lot of pain. That's why I cut the connection between your mind and your body temporarily. Because even if you are unconscious, you still feel the pain. Deku tell her, how can you do that? And how can you create this place? Ultra Instinct tell him, I did not create this place. You did. Deku tell her, I did? Ultra Instinct nod. Unbeknownst to you, you made this place like a safe place for you to relax. So after I cut the connection between your brain and your body, you're automatically, and with the help of me, we create this place. And I decided to take a form of someone that you trust. That's why I pick your mom. But if you're uncomfortable, I can change. Deku shook his head and it's okay. So for how long I will stay in this place? Ultra Instinct tell him, I don't know, it's up to you, just pass that door and you will gain control over your body again. But before you do you remember the feeling that activate my power? Deku take for a second, tell her, yeah, I know, it's survival, right? Ultra Instinct nod and tell him, remember, I was created when you were born, so my job is to protect you no matter what. But if you want to protect other people, it's up to you to control my power. Deku thank her and tell her, I'll keep that in mind. Then Ultra Instinct tell him, body is still healing, so why don't you train a bit here? Because remember, your body is strong enough to handle a bit of my power. Not all of it just yet, but I think you can use 10 to 15% without exerting yourself. Deku acknowledge her request and try to use his Ultra Instinct. Take a deep breath, close his eyes and remember that feeling. The most primal instinct that humans have. Survival. Then Ultra Instinct tell him, try to forget about anything else and only focus about yourself. So just be selfish this time. I know you want to help people, but this time think about yourself first. And Deku do just that. Meanwhile, in the real world, the paramedic is using all his power to heal Deku. His wounds slowly heal, but not as fast as they want. The paramedic tell them, I'm sorry, that's all I can do. My healing power let me accelerate the healing of someone by using their own energy. And because this kid is exhausted, he doesn't have much left. Then something else starts happening. Deku's body starts glowing with UA aura. Then the aura gather around the wound and start healing it. After a couple of seconds, the wound is healed. Then Deku slowly opens up his eyes and they are silver. Then they return to normal. Then Deku asks him where he is, and immediately Momo and Mai jumps and Deku unhug him. Then they realize what they are doing, they back up. Now for me as Deku, is he okay? Deku nod. Then they fill him in for what just happened. Deku thanks the paramedic for saving him. The paramedic tell him, I did nothing kid, you saved yourself. Then Deku asked the paramedic how his quirk work. The paramedic explained in great detail how his quirk work. Deku thanked him, then the paramedic go in his way. Everybody is looking at Deku the look. So, care to explain? Deku tell them, well, about that, I think my quirk copied the way his quirk work. Because he said himself, his quirk let him control energy from someone and use it to heal him. And I think my quirk copied it somehow. Then now for me tell them, the same way he copied my Nova Flash. Deku just nodded him, yeah. Then his teacher tell him the same way he managed to create a clone of himself. Then he added that he was lucky that his power activated. Deku tell him no, I am the one who activated. And promptly just power up to his Ultra Instinct. His teacher tell him, what? How? When? Deku explained when he was unconscious he have a chat with his power. Everybody think that Deku is just messing around, but Deku was not. He explained how his power work, that he had to focus on survival, his own survival. But he still have to work hard. He can only use 50% of his power at max. And just for me to clarify something, Deku's body cannot heal on his own. Right now it's just a fluke. The overflowing power that comes from Deku's body and the fact that paramedic was healing him make Deku's power adapt to the situation. And it wasn't only one time thing. But with the knowledge how his quirk work, Deku can heal himself if he want. But not right away, he have to work on that. So let's return to the story. Before the paramedic go, he check everybody else and none of them are hurt, except for some bruises and scratches. After that the police show up, they give the statement, they ask what happened to the villain. One of the teachers tell them he just got evaporate. After telling them the story, they left. Everybody returned to the hotel. Then Naofumi asks Deku, how does your way look? Deku tell him, this time it took my mom form. Naofumi tell him this time. Deku nod and tell him, it tell me that she can't take any form of a person that I know. Naofumi reply, but that's weird. But nonetheless we're glad that you're okay, especially someone, or maybe two. Well, he's looking at mine and Momo. At first Deku was confused, then he catch up and he promptly punched him in the gut. So after the vacation is over, everybody exchanged phone number to stay in touch and Deku decided to get his license. It took him a month. During this month, he trained rigorously. Even his teacher gave him a harsh training management. So in the morning Deku do his training and when he arrived at home, he let his body rest and focus on controlling his Ultra Instinct. All the percentage of it. So now Deku have only 5 months before UA entrance exam. So he got his stuff ready and go to the nearest dojo except for his own. And the first one is Momo's dojo. Or where she trained, not hers actually. Maybe hers, maybe not, I don't know, her family is rich, so who knows. He enter, he spot Momo and her teacher. They greeted him, then Momo teacher tell him, Momo already told me that you know the basics, so we are going straight to the harder ones. Deku not, they begin. So fast forward a couple weeks, and during these 2 weeks Deku is always in the dojo, training. And the girls quickly realize that Momo is spending a lot of time with Deku. So they confronted her, she denied it, but with her face turned red, the girls immediately know what's going on. Even some of the guys give Deku the stink eye, because somehow he managed a way to seduce Momo. And they start talking pretty loudly between themselves that Deku is nothing special, so how he did it. Momo's teacher cut wind of that, he grabbed Deku and tell him, you and me one-on-one right now, and use your quirk. Deku tell him, are you sure? Momo's teacher tell him, don't take lightly with me boy, I'm still a teacher. Deku go in his stand and tell him, remember you have been warned. The teacher also go on his stand and they start fighting. At first the teacher was thinking of holding back because Deku is still a student nonetheless. But after tasting one of Deku's punches, he decided not to hold it back. And yes, if you are asking, Deku is in Ultra Instinct, but heavily holding back Ultra Instinct, like he's using only 5%. And teacher cannot even touch Deku. Each time he throw a punch at Deku or try to attack him, Deku dodged it and sent an attack of his own. Everyone is watching in awe. Deku is actually really strong and really skilled. Everyone is still jealous of him, but now they have to think twice before assaulting him or something. After they exchange few punches, Momo's teacher taking the punches, Deku is literally dodging all of his attack. Momo's teacher realized something. Deku is holding back a lot. He confronted him and tell him to stop holding back. He knew that he cannot use all his power, but at least he can use 15%, so he better use it. Deku stays silent, he took a deep breath, he started getting surrounded by his aura. He opened his eyes, he goes straight to the teacher. The teacher don't have enough time to dodge. Deku defeat him with ease. Everyone is speechless. Deku give a hand to the teacher to get up. He accepted, then he tell Deku, you are really strong kid, keep up the good work. Deku tell him, yes sir. And with that he was done with his training. He say his goodbyes and go to the next one. Next one on the list and the last one that Deku can go with the bike, because the rest are pretty far away, is the dojo that Naofumi go to. One day Deku show up there, he was greeted by Naofumi and start training under his teacher. And unlike the others, Deku having a hard time. So let's say fast forward a month. During this month, Deku barely knew some higher moves or difficult ones. He did have a hard time. Then one day, Naofumi teacher asked him for a fight. Deku obliged and they start fighting, and they reach a stalemate. And this teacher did not taunt Deku to use his full power, or all or 15%, because he realized something. He grabbed Deku outside and talked to him in private. I just realized something about your quirk, Izuku. Be honest with me, you always have been bullied, right? Deku nod and tell him his backstory. The teacher sympathized with Deku and tell him that explain a lot of things. Why you can dodge every attack with such speed, but your attacks are slower. I think you haven't yet awaken all your quirk, because they tell us that your quirk respond to your emotions, and you are bullied, so your quirk only activate because you are on defense mode. Deku tell him, so you think there is an offensive mode? The teacher tell him, probably. You know what they say, for every defense there is an offense, and if your quirk can dodge on his own, maybe it can attack on his own. That's why this is my proposition for you, Izuku. Stop training for a while. Deku tell him, pardon? Don't train too much, that's it. Keep doing your workout, but let it for minimum hours. Go out, try and enjoy your life, because I think your quirk is always on defensive, because inside you're always afraid, and that's what I like about you. You are afraid, but you always find the strength to overcome that fear. So this is my advice, kid. Go out, try and enjoy your life. Maybe you can find something to protect, and that may trigger your offensive half. Deku nod and thank the teacher. But at least finish your training with me, then you can rest. Deku nod and finish his training with the teacher. Took him another month to know most of the advanced technique. During this month, he always trained with Naofumi every day, and they developed a rivalry between them and discovered a new way to let Naofumi use his quirk. Naofumi can absorb the shock of everything that attack him. So when he attack and punch something, he absorb that shock, and when he move or run, also absorb that shock. So he keep building up power, but there is limit in how much he can build, and it is just under 15% of Deku's. And Deku learn or fully master the Nova Flash. He can use it at will. He can fire small ki blast, but if he want to use Nova Flash, he have to charge it. And unlike Naofumi, he can spam the small ki blasts. After his training was done, he say his goodbye, go on his way. But before he do, Deku decide to grab a bite. He did, and one of the merchants taught him to try his luck. Deku said, nah, I have nothing to lose except for a few money, but let's try it. He spent the wheel, and would you know it, he win the big prize, 2 tickets to a concert. But Deku did not listen for a lot of music, so he doesn't know the band. He tried to return it, but the merchant tell him, you win kid, it's your prize, so take it. Deku reluctantly accepted, and he realized only a few days before the concert. Text everyone, and by everyone I mean Momo, Mine, Naofumi, and Kirishima. But sadly all of them are busy that day, so Deku decided to go on his own and gave the other ticket to a random person. So for the next few days, take the advice of Naofumi teacher and only do his workout, do not get rusty, and that's it. He's trying to relax as much as he can, and for once to just enjoy his time. So that day come, he got on his way, he got a bit early, and nothing happened. But before the concert starts, something catch Deku's interest. He see a girl with black hair start getting surrounded by 3 men, and from looks of it, she really don't want them near her, and they are a bit aggressive in their approach. So before they can touch her, Deku yelled, not very loud but loud enough, there you are babe, for a second there I thought I would last you. And for clarification, the girl is Jiro. He walked to her, put his hand on the shoulder, then he looked at 3 guys and tell them, do you have a problem here guys? While going in his ultra instinct, 3 guys are a bit afraid, but not enough to back out. Deku sees that and take quickly on his feet and grab Jiro's hand and tell her let's go. Luckily the ticket were VIP, and there is a big gate separating VIP from the normal ticket. So they go through the gate. After nobody around, Deku start approaching profusely to Jiro about the stuff he just did. Jiro tell him, oh it's okay, thank you for receiving me and give me a VIP seat. Deku tell her, well I was already planned to just give it away. I'm glad that ticket was useful. So hope you enjoyed the show. The two walk to their seats, and would you know, they ran next to each other. And before the concert starts, Jiro asks Deku how he got his hand on 2 VIP tickets. They are sold out at least 2 months ago. Deku tell her how he win them, and she think that he is really lucky. Deku tell her, I was lucky that I found you before they did anything to you. Jiro blush a bit and thank him. They enjoy the show. And right before the show ends, the singer tells them that they're going to do something special. They're going to draw a random number for one of their seats. The lucky person, they will get a limited merchandise, and it have our autograph on it. So they drew the number, and they drew Deku's number. Deku was not ready for this. They call him up the stage, and they ask for his name. Deku introduces himself, and bluntly tell them that he is not really a crowd person. They say and laugh a bit, and tell him, don't worry kid, all of us have that moment at first, but you will get used to it. So thank you for listening to our music, and here is your reward. Deku thanked them, and got off the stage. Everybody at this point already left, so he go to his bike. In the way, meet Jiro again. Tell her what she's doing here. She tell him that her ride just left without her. Deku tell her, I think it's my fault for inviting to VIP. Jiro tell him it's not your fault. And Deku tell her, so how are you going home? Jiro tell him, I don't know. Deku tell her, you want me to take you home? My bike is just over there. He point at his bike. Jiro tell him, I don't want to be a hassle. Deku tell her, I insist. Jiro agreed. Deku give her his spare helmet. Jiro tell him, so you have a girlfriend or something? Deku tell her, no I don't. Why? Jiro tell him, because you have have 2 helmets. Deku tell her, believe it or not, sometimes I forgot my helmet at home, so that's why I take 2 with me, just in case. Jiro tell him, yeah, good thinking. They go on a bike, and she directs him to her house. When they arrive, Jiro thanks Deku one last time, but before they go, Jiro's father bursts to the door, see Deku, and tell them, both of you inside right now, we need to talk. Jiro tried to let Deku out of this, but her father is having none of that, so Deku was just direct this conversation. When they enter, they explain the situation, and Jiro's dad apologizes to Deku and thank him for protecting his daughter. Then he tell him, you'll become a great hero someday. You want to become a hero, right? Because most of your generation want to become a hero, right? Deku tell him, yeah, but I have the long way to go. I have to work hard to make my dream reality. Then he tell him, sorry, I was thinking a bit out loud. Jiro's dad tell him, it's okay, kid. Very like passionate person. You see, even my daughter want to become a hero. Deku looked at Jiro, tell him, you do? Jiro brush a bit, tell him, yeah, I want. Deku tell her, well, good luck. A smile on his face. Then her father add, he's really also talented at music. That was, she was a bit confused about becoming a hero or a musician. Jiro tell him, I don't know what to do. I like singing, but I also want to save people. Deku tell her, so why don't you do both? Last time I checked, there is no limit to dreams. As long that you have the motive and determination to fight through every setback, you can do whatever you want. Big smile was on Jiro's face and thanked Deku for his opinion. Deku blushed and don't worry about that. Well, it's a bit late, I have to go home before my mom got ready about me. So Deku leave and Jiro decided to close the door. But before Deku go, he grabbed Jiro and give her the wristband that he won. Jiro tried to deny it at first, but Deku insists and tell her, just think of her of me saying you good luck in your dreams. Jiro blush a bit and accept the gift. She thank Deku, then he go on his way. And I think I'm going to stop it out here. Hope you enjoyed. Nah, let's continue for a bit, shall we? So now let's say fast forward to UA entrance exam. During the past few months, Deku keep up with training while trying to relax as much as he can, following both advice from his teachers. So with that he can tap in 20% of his ultra instinct, but any more than that he will be in pain. So the day of UA exam came. Who got ready, go to UA, and this time he did not fall. Then someone called his name. No, it's not Bakugo, it's Afumi. Deku was surprised to see him. Tell him, so you two are going to UA? Afumi telling me, yeah. After seeing you how much you train, I said to myself, why did not give it a shot? Then another voice comes from behind them, and it's mine. Deku tell her, you too? Mine telling me, yep. So 3 of them enter the building, they passed the theory exam with flying colors, and now it's time for practical exam. Deku is stretching, and Afumi come to him. Deku tell him, go, let's see who will get the most points. Now Afumi tell him, you're on. And when President said go, 2 of them start running. Deku immediately power up to his ultra instinct 10% and start destroying robot after robot. After a dozen of 1-point robot, he goes straight to 3-point robot. He does some of them, then he counter on Afumi. He tell them how much point you got. Deku tell him I'm 50. You? Afumi tell him 45. I'm ahead of you, so try to catch up. And 2 of them sort of team up against the robots. Say team up, I mean each time a robot come close to them, one of them take him out. Deku decides to use one of his technique. He jump up as much as he can, stick his hand, and fire a barrage of key blasts at the robots, destroying a lot of them. When Deku descends, he tell him what take of that. Afumi tell him, that's not fair. Can I spam my attack like you? Deku tell him, well, tough luck. Then they see 0-point robot coming toward them. Everybody start running, but before they do, they hear a scream, and they see a girl almost getting crushed by 0-point robot. Immediately they charge at him. Deku transfer a bit of his power to Afumi. Afumi take him, and with that power, both of them jump at the 0-point robot. They put one of their hands close together, and they start focusing their power in it. The attack start going with blue and yellow light. Then both of them yell, double nova flash. They fire at the same time their attack. The 2 attacks merge into one. It hit the robot and it goes straight through his face, vaporizing most of it. The robot stopped dead in his track. Both of them fall. Now Afumi is a bit exhausted, but Deku not that much. They have Oraka get up, she thanked them. Then President Mike tell them time is up, everybody go home. They do that, everybody part ways. After a week, everybody got their letters. And the same happened in anime. Omat appear from that disc, congratulating Deku for getting in UA. Deku texts the others, and surprise, surprise, everybody passed. And all of them are in class 1A. And I think I'm going to stop it right here. Hope you enjoyed. If you do, drop a like and tell me what you think of it in the comment section. If you are on the subscribe. And I hope all of you are safe and peace.